Vladimir Putin was born on October 7th, 1952, in Leningrad, what is now St. Petersburg. Putin said this when reflecting on his early years. "I come from an ordinary family, and this is how I lived for a long time, nearly my whole life. I lived as an average, normal person, and I have always maintained that connection." Vladimir Putin went to school number 193 from 1st to 8th grade. During his time in school number 193, he was one of the few students in his class that was not in the Vladimir Lenin All-Union Pioneer Organization. Back then, almost everyone was in the organization, and it was seen as strange for a kid not to join. Vladimir Putin was known as a troublemaker in school, but his teacher in 6th grade, Vera Gurovich, thought he had hidden potential, and she helped him to get better grades and do more with his life. He was eventually allowed into the Vladimir Lenin All-Union Pioneer Organization, and he soon became the head honcho of a pioneer detachment in his class. After the 8th grade, Putin went to high school number 281, during which he learned German and completed high school in 1970. After high school, Putin went to Leningrad State University and studied law. He graduated in 1975. After graduating from Leningrad, he went to KGB school number 1 in Moscow. Being in the KGB was something he wanted to do even before he finished high school. Putin worked at the intelligence department for a few years until he returned to Moscow to study at the Andropov Red Banner Institute to prepare to work in Germany. He left there in 1985 and worked in East Germany until 1990. During his time studying there, he met Lyudmila Shrebneva. According to Vladimir Putin himself, this is how it went down. "I was already working in the first main directorate in St. Petersburg when a friend of mine called and invited me to the Arcady Wagon Theater. He said he already had the tickets and mentioned there would be 2 young ladies joining us. So we went to the performance and the young ladies did join us. The next day, we went to the theater again. But it was now my turn to buy the tickets, and the same thing happened on the 3rd day. I then began dating one of the girls. I became friends with Lyudmila, my future wife. The two got married in July 1983. Putin and his wife had the children together, Maria and Katerina. Vladimir Putin is quoted as saying,
"Not all fathers are as loving with their children as he is, and he has always spoiled them, while I was the one who had to discipline them."
Vladimir Putin was awarded the rank of lieutenant colonel and got the bronze medal issued by the German Democratic Republic for faithful service to the National People's Army. Putin returned to Leningrad in 1990 and became assistant to the rector of Leningrad State University in charge of international relations. In 1996, Putin and his family moved to Moscow, Russia. Soon after, he was offered the post of deputy chief of the Presidential Property Management Directorate. Vladimir Putin was appointed the deputy chief of staff of the Presidential Executive Office and chief of the Main Control Directorate in 1997. In May 1998, Putin was made the first deputy chief of staff of the Presidential Executive Office. He was then made director of the Federal Security Service only 2 months later. In March 1999, he was made secretary of the Security Council of the Russian Federation. Once August arrived, he was appointed prime minister of the Russian government by Boris Yeltsin.